everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and today I am here with a fun tag video. I saw this tag on the channel A Cup of Books and thought it was really wonderful, so I thought I would share my thoughts with you. I will leave their channel and the original creators linked down below. The first question is, do you plan your book purchases ahead or do you impulse buy? It really depends, and I don't want to say that I impulse buy most often, but given that I tend to shop used bookstores most, and that I don't really follow recent releases, meaning that I don't keep track of when most books are coming out, it really does tend to be impulse buy because I will walk into a library book sale or a bookstore and just see what they have that appeals to me or that I've been meaning to read. And if it's in good condition, take whatever that turns out to be. Which leads into number 2 of how do you decide which books to buy? Again, especially if we're dealing in used book sales, it depends on what is available, first of all, that fits with my taste or that I've been meaning to read. It also depends on how they are priced and in what condition the books are. For new purchases, it tends to be either how much that book is calling to me and or how likely am I to find this book in other places. Question number 3 is quite detailed, so forgive me for looking at my screen over here. It asks, what is your philosophy on where you shop? Meaning online versus in person, large bookshops versus smaller bookshops, physical, digital, or audiobooks, new books or used books, all of those sorts of things. I try to do the bulk of my shopping at library book sales for a couple of reasons. First of all, their prices are always very affordable. It also supports the library itself. And I feel like I'm rehoming books, which is a wonderful feeling. I also do like to support my local independent bookstores or unusual chains of bookstores where I can. Unusual meaning not, say, Barnes & Noble. And when shopping digitally, I try to use my library's digital offerings as often as I can. But if I can't get hold of something, I will either buy that book on Kindle if it is free, like with classics that are out of copyright, or very, very low priced. And I do have an Audible subscription as well to keep track of various podcasts, so I will buy a book there as well if I need to. Number 4 asks, what about free little libraries? Do you use them? Do you have them near you? Why or why not? And I really can't answer that question because I don't think there are any near me, at least not that I've seen. And I am incredibly lucky to be surrounded by 5 or 6 really good libraries. So I haven't really gone looking for one. That's not to say that I don't like them. I love the idea of them, and I would be very happy to discover that there was one in my area. I just haven't felt the need to look. Number 5 asks, how do you feel after acquiring a book? Do you feel the need to share in a book haul or a diary? I get so excited after I have purchased books. I have to say that filming book hauls is one of my favorite things to film because I just want to share that excitement with you all and find out if you all also love those books, because that then feeds my excitement in return. Question 6 asks, how do you feel looking at the books that you have not read? Does it matter if it's a small pile or a large pile? Honestly, I love looking at the books that I have literally surrounded myself with here in my room. Those of you who have watched the series where my parents have gone through my TBR and picked reads for me have seen exactly how wide-ranging that TBR pile, or should I say piles, has gotten. But it is the most wonderful feeling to know that you are completely surrounded by books that you are so excited to read, There's a slight amount of guilt that I haven't gotten to read a variety of books yet, but there's a wonderful comfort and luxury in knowing that I have so many more wonderful books to look forward to, and it's something I'm incredibly grateful for. And number 7 asks, how do you determine what number of unread books is the right number? And I will quite simply answer that question with, the limit does not exist. Number 8 asks, do you have a TBR game or some sort of process for picking what you read next? I really don't, with the exception of readathons. I love readathons, and so those obviously have prompts that help me tailor what my TBR is going to look like in certain months. But in months where there aren't any readathons, I try to tailor it towards the seasons, be that whatever season of life I am in or whatever emotional state I'm in, or books that I think suit whatever month we are in here in my area of the Northern Hemisphere. Number 9 I think is hilarious. It asks, do you have a book buying problem? If so, what is the nature of it? And can it be adjusted? And I will counter that with, yes, I do have a book buying problem, but if it's wrong, I don't want to know the cure. The last question, of course, is to tag other people who you would like to hear talk about their book buying process and journeys. You all who have been here for a while know that I can't do that. It feels awful picking out only certain random people, so I am opening this up to everyone. If you watched this tag and you enjoyed it and you would also like to share, please do it, and please leave your video linked in a comment down below so I can see what you thought and what your process is like compared to mine. Until next time, be safe, be well, and happy reading. Bye everyone.